What up, Hyperchange? Welcome to another episode. Today I'm talking about the secret Tesla bull thesis. You may think Tesla is just a luxury electric vehicle maker. Sure, they make batteries, cute little solar roofs, but I'm here to tell you today that is not the reason why the company trades at a $60 billion valuation above GM, Ford, and other automakers. It is because Tesla has the lead on a technology that is going to fundamentally transform the entire system of transport as we know it. And this is autonomous driving technology, robot taxis, call it what you want. The ability to call a car just like an Uber, but nobody in it. The way that you get around is going to be faster. It's going to be cheaper. It's going to be cleaner. It's going to be safer. This is one of the most transformative technologies in the entire transportation or vehicle industry that we've seen since the invention of the Model T. There are two incredible revolutions going on right now. One is that all cars are going electric. The other is that all cars are being built with software first as self-driving, basically supercomputers. This is the fundamental future that Tesla's had a vision of, that they are building, that every other automaker is racing to keep up with. And this is why I'm invested in Tesla, and this is why I think the company, despite having such a high valuation already, still could have tremendous upside if this vision is realized. Industry experts estimate that by 2030, the mobility as a service market, aka autonomous robot taxis, is going to be a $10 trillion market per year. This is going to make it so much cheaper to get around. It's going to make it ubiquitous. You're going to be able to call one of these cars in a second. It's going to be like a fourth of the cost of what you're doing now. There's going to be no traffic because roads are going to be so much more efficient. This is just an incredible future. The business models that go along with that are going to look totally different than the business models of auto companies today. That's why if you're looking at Tesla's valuation based on the cars they're selling today or last year, of course it makes no sense. This is not a company that's being valued based on the cars it's selling this year or last year. It's based on the potential to sell several million cars in 5 to 10 years and have the bulk of those be robotic taxis, operate those as a fleet manager, and be taking a cut of every single ride that you take on their mobility platform. This is then expertise that they will transfer to the trucking market. That's why we're seeing them announce a semi-truck product in the next couple months, which is going to be incredibly disruptive to a freight industry that hasn't changed in a similar amount of time. There are so many innovations and disruptions going on here. Tesla is at the frontier of all of them. For those of you who are fans, you'll remember that just 5 years ago, when the Model S started rolling off the line, the bearish thesis on Tesla was not that nobody was going to buy their electric car. It was that nobody was going to buy electric cars, period. How wrong was the industry? How wrong were skeptics? Tesla's Model S is not just the best-selling electric vehicle in the US, it is the best-selling luxury sedan in the US. It is sold in Q1, it outcompeted the Mercedes S-Class, the BMW 6 and 7 Series, the Porsche Panamera, combined in sales in Q1 of this year. Tesla's Model S is dominating market share. If we extrapolate the Model 3, which is entering both the small and mid-size luxury sedan market in the US, which sells 825,000 units per year, they will be doing sales of at least 200,000 units per year with the Model 3 if they get 25% market share of those two markets. I would argue that's a low ball. This is why I think demand for the Model 3 could be 500,000 plus around the world when they scale production. In fact, Elon Musk, on the most recent call with bond investors, said that he expected Model 3 demand could exceed 700,000 units annually. These are the type of numbers that will add $30 billion to Tesla's top line, essentially quadrupling or quintupling sales from the level of last year. Tesla's a company that is growing so fast that if you look in the mirror, you're not going to be able to tell what the company looks like. They've grown revenue from 117 million to over 7 billion in the last 6 years. That's a 97% compounded annual growth rate. They're going to continue to grow revenue at an incredible clip. Sure, they're not profitable. Sure, they're losing money. This is the Amazon model on steroids. Tesla's not just operating at break even, they're operating at a minor loss so they can outspend everybody in their category because they've convinced their shareholders that the vision and the opportunity to build this is so huge. Tesla is a Trojan horse. They're selling electric cars that are super sexy that everyone wants to buy. The real strategy, the real thing, what's going on here is they have cameras and sensors that are collecting terabytes of data by the day on every single car sold since October 2016. This is allowing them to refine their algorithms to be the leading autonomous vehicle company in the world. This is the end goal. Remember, there's a $10 trillion market in 2030. Tesla is going to have a massive piece of that if they are the first mover in self-driving car technology. And not only will they be the first mover, but they will be the luxury brand. They are the Apple of the automotive world. It's going to be cool. You're going to be sexy if you show up in a Tesla self-driving robot taxi versus the GM Volt. I promise you that. And there's a good chance that the Volt network won't even come online until 5 years after the Tesla one does. This is the secret bull thesis that people are banking on. Sure, 60 billion sounds like a lot if you're selling internal combustion engine cars at a 2% profit margin. Tesla's not. You're buying Tesla, the autonomous vehicle technology company. Remember, Mark Andreessen said it, software is eating the world and software is coming for transport faster than ever. That is the single reason I don't think any legacy automaker can compete with Tesla. None of them are software companies at their core. This is just a fundamentally, structurally different business model, and that is why if you're likely to see someone actually compete with Tesla, it's going to be Waymo, Google, it's going to be Apple, not a legacy automaker who's attached to a business model that is going to end up bleeding cash, that has expertise in technologies like the internal combustion engine, which are going away. These are relics of the past. This is the biggest disruption in all of transport in 100 years. And if Tesla's the first to market with an autonomous robot taxi service, that is going to catapult them on the level of several $100 billion in market cap. If a recession hit tomorrow that's as bad as 2008, there's a very real chance Tesla goes bankrupt. They have a ton of debt coming due in the next 2 years. They're not making money now. They have a ton of employees to pay. This is a company that will get screwed in the next recession. But are they also a first mover here in the electric vehicle autonomous race? Is this also going to be a $1 trillion market that they could have a multi-year advantage at getting in because their technology is so much better? Yes. Tesla's vehicles are collecting millions and millions of miles per day of data. This is a strategy that no other automaker is betting on because the innovator's dilemma. All right, to sum it up, if you are a believer in the autonomous vehicle future, if you think there's going to be robot taxis picking you up and it's going to be a Tesla and they're going to be the ones operating the majority of these networks for luxury consumers, the market cap at $60 billion is going to look tiny. That is how I personally rationalize Tesla's valuation. Is it right? Who knows? But the one thing's for sure, it's going to be really fun to watch. I hope you guys stay tuned. Moonshot Monday, Tesla's secret bull thesis. This is an electric car maker. This is an autonomous robot taxi service and freight network. All right, that's Hyperchange. See you guys next time. Peace.